Greetings, fellow adventurers of Hyrule. Welcome to Pixel Saga. Today we're tackling a fundamental question, a mystery that spans ages and realms. Is Link, the legendary hero, always the same across the numerous Zelda games? Prepare your swords and shields because we're diving deep into the heart of the legend. As soon as we think of Link, an iconic image comes to mind. An agile figure clad in a green tunic, sporting long pointed ears, sword in hand, and the Hylian shield ready to parry. These elements are the foundations of his visual identity, reassuring constants that span decades of Zelda games. This immediate familiarity is powerful. It anchors Link in our collective memory as a single hero, a symbol of courage and justice. Yet if we look at the details, a kaleidoscope of variations begins to emerge. Carefully observe the different Links. The young boy with blonde hair from Ocarina of Time, the cartoonish hero with large eyes from The Wind Waker, the brooding warrior with brown hair from Twilight Princess, or the blue-haired prodigy from Breath of the Wild. Hair color, length, and style change. Facial features refine or soften, sometimes reflecting age or the tone of the game. Even expressions vary, ranging from stoic determination to childlike curiosity. And what about his attire? While the green tunic remains a cornerstone, its shades, details, and accessories evolve considerably. Sometimes it's a simple forest tunic, other times a more elaborate suit of armor. Scarves, belts, and shoulder pads adorn his silhouette. The sword and shield, while often recognizable, also sport unique designs specific to each era. This meticulous observation prompts us to wonder, why these changes? Are they simply artistic and technological adaptations over time? Or are these visual variations subtle clues, narrative nods to the true multiple nature of the hero? This section of our video will explore these reassuring similarities and intriguing differences, laying the first stone in our investigation into Link's identity throughout the Legend of Zelda. Because behind the familiar green suit, perhaps lies a far more complex story than meets the eye at first glance. To truly understand why Link isn't a single, unchanging hero, it's crucial to delve into a fundamental aspect of the Zelda mythology. Its complex and, let's be honest, sometimes bewildering timeline. Following the cataclysmic events of Ocarina of Time, Hyrule's history no longer follows a single linear path. Instead, it branches into multiple distinct realities, thus creating parallel eras and worlds. Imagine a major point of divergence, a decision whose consequences resonate through time. In the case of Ocarina of Time, Link's time travel and his actions created alternate timelines. We thus find ourselves with a split chronology where different versions of Hyrule and by extension different versions of Link emerge. In one of these branches, Link returns to his childhood, leading to events like Majora's Mask. In another, he is defeated by Ganondorf, plunging the world into a dark era that will lead to A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening. And in a third, adult Link triumphs. But his departure at the end of Ocarina of Time leaves a new threat to emerge, requiring the arrival of a new hero in The Wind Waker. Each of these distinct eras sees the birth of its own Link, a hero adapted to the specific challenges of his time. The courageous young boy sailing the seas does not have the same history or the same experiences as the stoic knight fighting against the forces of darkness in a more mature and desperate Hyrule. Their worlds are different, their allies and enemies vary, and the threats they face are unique to their time. This fragmentation of the timeline is key to understanding the multiplicity of Links. Each Zelda game takes place in a specific era of this complex chronology, presenting a new hero destined to embody the spirit of courage in the face of adversity. Thus, Far from being a single individual traveling through time, each Link is a hero in his own right, born in a different era to answer the call of his time. Understanding this chronological structure allows us to appreciate the richness and depth of the Legend of Zelda and the true significance of its many heroes. Faced with the multitude of links across Hyrule's fractured timeline, one question remains. What connects them all beyond their name and familiar appearance? The answer lies in the powerful and central concept of the spirit of the hero. Imagine an immutable force, an essence of courage and determination that manifests throughout the ages when the kingdom is in peril. This spirit is not tied to a single individual, but rather to a destiny, a cosmic necessity. When darkness threatens, when evil spreads in the form of Ganondorf or other malevolent entities, this spirit awakens and takes form in a new individual, Link. Each Link is therefore a reincarnation of this heroic spirit. They are not clones nor constant time travelers, but rather new souls imbued with an innate bravery and a deep connection to the Triforce of Courage. This Triforce, a fragment of the power of the creator goddesses, resonates with the spirit of the hero, guiding and strengthening him in his quest. This reincarnation explains why, despite their differences in appearance and context, each Link shares fundamental traits: unwavering courage in the face of adversity, a willingness to protect the innocent, and a natural aptitude for swordsmanship and puzzle solving. They are instinctively driven to stand against evil, as if an ancestral memory lay dormant within them, awakening to the call of destiny. The idea of the spirit of the hero provides coherence to the Zelda saga, despite its complex timeline. It offers a mythological explanation for the constant presence of a hero named Link, ensuring that hope is reborn with each new threat. Each Link is a new page in this eternal legend, a new manifestation of a benevolent force that watches over Hyrule, constantly reincarnating to preserve the light against the darkness. It is this shared spiritual essence that transcends time and space, uniting all the heroes under the name of Link. While the idea of the reincarnation of the hero's spirit is the general rule explaining the presence of multiple links, there are fascinating cases that add nuance to this concept. The exceptions where we encounter the same Link across several adventures, and direct legacies where the connection between heroes is more than just a spiritual reincarnation. Let's begin with the most obvious exceptions. The young hero who triumphs in Ocarina of Time does not disappear at the end of his adventure. His story continues directly in the strange and unsettling world of Majora's Mask. Although he travels to a new realm and faces new challenges, it is indeed the same individual, recognizable by his age and experiences. Similarly, the courageous mariner from The Wind Waker set sail again for new explorations in Phantom Hourglass, retaining his identity and memories from his previous adventure. These examples show that a Link's journey can sometimes span multiple titles, offering a unique narrative continuity. Then, there's the matter of direct legacies. While less frequent, some games suggest familial ties or direct descent between different Links. For instance, the Link from A Link Between Worlds, set in the same Hyrule as A Link to the Past, could be a descendant of the hero from that older tale. Although he still embodies the spirit of the hero, he potentially carries a bloodline connection to a previous incarnation, adding another layer of complexity to the tapestry of the legend. These special bonds highlight that the relationship between the different Links isn't always solely spiritual. Sometimes, a direct temporal continuity or a family heritage can also play a role, weaving unique connections throughout Hyrule's history. These exceptions enrich the mythology and remind us that even within a cycle of reincarnation, personal connections and narrative continuities can exist, making each Link's story even more significant. These particular cases invite us to consider the Legend of Zelda not only as a series of reinventions, but also as an interconnected history where the past can directly influence the present. In conclusion, no, Link is not a single man throughout all the Zelda games. He is a legend that repeats itself, a spirit of courage that reincarnates into different individuals across time and realities. Each Link is unique, with his own story and his own challenges, but all are united by their bravery and their destiny to protect Hyrule. What is your favorite incarnation of Link and why? I hope you enjoyed your journey into the world of Zelda. For those interested in the experience, you can purchase Zelda games in the description. This is an easy-to-access affiliate link. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this exploration of the Legend of Link, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more dives into the fascinating world of Zelda. Thanks for watching, and until our next adventure,